Oh, should I clap at the same time?
To the
Okay,
microphone.
what's
Do it
up,
again.
everybody? This is the Hold for Everything
I hate to bring it
podcast.
to you, but I talked over you, so you have to redo it. Don't worry.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Hold for Everything podcast. Am I a host or am I just like a member? Like, how are we doing this?
You're a host.
Stop the work and fucking hold for everything.
We have Jessica Papayiannis behind one of the cameras. She does the switchboard with no switcher. And then we have Jake, who doesn't want to be put on camera, but we're
I
going
don't
to cut
think
to
you
the
need
wide
to just-
anyway.
I don't-
We just watched the Mortal Kombat trailer, which I don't know what the fuck was going on because I didn't play the game when I was a kid. I played it as an adult, and I got my ass beat, so I never played ever again. I don't understand any of the characters. I don't know what the movie's about based on the trailer. I do know that they definitely are not appropriating any cultures. They're definitely doing a lot better than last time.
Appropriating any culture.
No, right? No?
Is it because there's just no culture? Is that what you think?
Yeah,
it
there's
is?
no, there's no, I didn't see any white people in there, so I just thought,
Sonya's white. In
fuck it.
canon too.
Did she have a mask on?
No, she was the blonde woman who was talking about like in cultures throughout all time. There's speaking of a tournament, the blah blah blah.
Oh, so, okay.
She was on screen. You saw her.
The blonde lady.
Yes.
Okay, the one.
The
all right.
blonde white lady,
Okay,
Sonya Blade.
I did see her. Okay, that's true.
I played way too much of the games growing up, so I know way too much of this shit.
I don't know anything. I
That
know
was-
the freeze guy.
The freeze guy.
Freeze dude. That
the freeze guy.
he's
Great.
killing it. He's
Get
killing
over here.
it. I heard get over
That
here.
guy.
Okay, that's his thing.
No, that's
not the
Scorpion's
freeze
thing.
guy. Yeah, that's Scorpion.
So you're fucking up.
No.
No.
She
He's
was-
in the trailer.
She's tagging
Oh.
on the other phrase.
But what were they? Okay, so I don't understand. So like, when a character dies in the movie, do they just? I don't get it. Because didn't they show us like 3 people die in the trailer?
No.
Or were those not
No.
main characters?
No, I think one of the people who you thought died ends up being Jax. All we did was see how he got his metal arms.
Oh, because they chopped his fucking arms off.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that guy's dead.
Yeah, but
He's
didn't
not
die.
dead. Does he look like the character in the?
Yeah.
They sliced a lot of people.
They did
But
slice a lot
nobody
of
died.
people. Nobody died.
Yeah.
So everyone's just getting
Actually, you
wrecked.
know what? I do think some B-roll characters definitely died. There when I don't know what
In the
character-
trailer?
In the trailer?
Yeah, not like just like background. Like
Gotcha.
there was that scene, and I'm struggling to think of which character this would have been, but the older Asian man just when he's like knifing the shit out of everyone in basically his garden is. I think those guys died, but I think they're also just, fluff that they were going to die. Their whole role is you're the guy that dies in the garden.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
The freeze dude is honestly the only person that I knew.
Sub-Zero.
That's his name.
He says, "I am Sub-Zero."
That's literally the line in the
Yeah.
trailer. I am
As he
Sub-Zero.
stares.
Yeah.
All right, so the whole thing is headed to a tournament.
I used to love that game.
That's such a good game.
It's just because that's the one game where you can just spam buttons and kick people's ass.
Yeah, I mean, you could until you find someone who actually
Knows how to
play,
reverse
'cause
and fucking.
one of my friends that I used to work with is so at all fighting games, at all those 2D fighters, so good. I feel like I have accomplished something if I don't get like perfected when I play against him. Like if I land a single hit on him, I'm like, I did it. That's what I take home that day.
I don't
So,
think
like-
I've ever met anybody who doesn't
Oh
just
my-
spam the buttons.
He
I don't-
knows these combos. He gets everything down within like an hour of like the game being out. It's amazing. And
Yeah,
Does
that's
he
sick.
does he hate the newer ones because they made it so much easier for dickheads like me to pick it up and just fucking button mash and wreck people?
no, because I think that if you played these people, you wouldn't. You can do that to your friends who are probably just as bad as you are at it. But if you play against people who are like at his level and like good at that,
You don't
they'll
stand
wreck
a
the shit
chance.
out of you.
And that's always kind of been a charm of the game, even with
Yeah.
the newer ones. Like even the older ones, you were able to spam all the
Yeah,
buttons.
you can
still-
spam and you can
yeah.
have a fun time. You can do all that shit.
I never
and
had
then
a fun time.
some like as a kid, some older guy comes over eventually and then just ruins your day. Like that's all that game ever was like, oh, we're playing Mortal Kombat in the arcade.
Yeah.
And then like and 16-year-old just is like, fuck these 5-year-olds.
Well, if somebody asks you to play, it's normally you don't want to play because they're normally asking because they know that they can
No, like
That's not true. I
they
would
jump
ask
in
you
on
to
the
play,
machine.
and I don't. I would.
Well, that's because you know I'm trash. But I'm saying
No, I'd ask Jake to play. I love that game.
I think it's a fun game, Eric.
Yeah.
Eric, I think you have bad taste in video games sometimes, but that's not. We're really drifting away over here.
because we're talking about no. This is Mortal Kombat related.
Yeah, but
We're no longer
we're
talking
no
about
longer
the
talking about
trailer.
the movie or the trailer.
Well, the trailer looked cool.
yeah, it
do
did.
we
It looked
do we
cool.
think it looks better than the whatever it was? Because there was a Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, there's 2 Mortal Kombats.
They made 2 of them.
Yeah.
And they were both trash.
They were both great. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, what?
They're fucking great movies.
I didn't see them.
They're
I
not.
thought
They're not like Martin Scorsese probably doesn't like them, but what does he like anymore?
that's why I made the cultural appropriation joke because I thought that the earlier ones were like really.
Oh, maybe they are. I haven't seen them in like a decade, but like,
I thought they were just universally known as shit.
no, they're. I mean, they're that type of shit that like is really good though.
Like it's garbage, but they're classics.
Yeah,
Like
like you would recognize the Mortal Kombat theme song, and it's all terrible fight choreography and bad like camera angles, but somehow it comes together to be something you actually enjoy watching.
This one doesn't look like that though.
No, this one looks great. This one
Yeah.
looks like they actually put effort into it, and the other one is just it was just luck that it turned out to be one of those things that's like, oh, this is still has entertainment value.
well, this one is like you said, they're owning the fact that it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they like the deaths are insane. Like that moment where Sub-Zero, I think it's a fight against Scorpion, stabs Scorpion with an icicle made out of his own blood. Like that's
that was
great.
Sick though.
Yeah, that was good shit.
Sick.
But like,
I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see that.
you didn't see that?
Oh,
No.
it was sick.
It was towards the very end.
Oh no.
And the cinematography was cool.
I feel like
the
they shouldn't
cinematography
have
was sick.
shown that in the trailer. That would have been amazing to watch in the theater.
Well, if
It-
they're showing it in the trailer, it
Probably happens 12 more times.
yeah. I mean, they're basically just showing off that they're going to do like the fatality-esque things of the video game, which is like the big selling point.
Mhm.
So I think really that is like they're like, oh, this is like the tip of the iceberg here. We're going to show you the cool things so you know that like when people die in this movie, it's going to be absurd and like there are moves in those games where you like rip people's spines out through like their fucking skull and shit. Like it is I think it's going to get really gory and I'm going to love it.
Do you think they do like a I mean, I don't know if they did it in the original, but do you think they do like 2D battles? Like
We watched
just like
them
a
fight.
throwback kind of thing?
Oh, you think like there might be like a scene where they're just for some reason on
Yeah,
like,
I mean just like a
bridge or-
camera thing where they
There
kind
might
of just
be.
like go back and forth.
Possibly.
I think because that's like there's like a classic stage where you're like fighting on like a narrow bridge and there's a bunch of spikes
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah,
below it. So I can
yeah.
imagine them just throwing that in
Uh-huh.
there, but I don't know if they're
Being,
going
like,
to make
kicked
like
into
all
other-
the fights like that.
That would be cool. I kind of liked it. I don't like movies like that. It's
What was
weird that I really liked. I really liked the trailer.
For
the way
sure.
that it was shot blew my mind just now.
Where were they?
It
Where
wasn't
are they
really
releasing
corny.
it?
It's I think theaters and HBO. Isn't Warner releasing all their movies on HBO Max?
Warner, was it Warner Brothers?
It's Warner Brothers.
Oh, so then yeah, HBO Max. Are you sure it's Warner Brothers?
Yeah, I saw the big old WB logo.
Huh. Really quick, are we concluding that
we
discussion? We are. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
recording.
Yeah,
I think yeah, we're at
Okay.
Are we,
well,
is this how we do the podcast? Are we finished, guys?
No.
Next
Yeah, I
topic.
know. Sorry. Well, no, because I don't want. If we clip it, I don't want to. I don't want to just like. I don't want to
I
start
don't
talking
think we're
about something
gonna
else.
clip it. I think the point is to let it run.
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying after the fact.
Mine stopped.
Did mine stop? I will cry right now. Well, either way, we have to audio.
I just don't have space, I think. No, yours is good. Yours is still going.
I'm still here, baby.
I think I just don't have space.
But
So-
I want you still here, Jess. Delete some shit.
Live on the podcast.
Live on the podcast.
Jess deletes things from her
It's still
phone.
going. Jess is here. Jess, this is now Hold for Everything with Jessica P. and
Jacob.
Jacob. Oh,
Yeah, you just don't pronounce it. My last name.
nobody can pronounce your name, dude.
No one can pronounce your name, dude.
That's a good point. Grisanti or Grisanti? Well, what would you go with?
Griswold.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Swear to God. But what is that from? What is that? I don't get it. Why do people do that?
No,
It's
it's
just
just the first thing that came to my head.
I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Jess is still doing her own thing. She don't care.
We just don't have my camera for that part. That's fine.
That's fine.
That whole thing?
No worries. We'll just
I don't know
cut.
why I didn't say it, but
What we're
it's
gonna
like-
do to compensate for not having that camera earlier is just as you're talking about not having it, cut to you having to put the camera back.
And she's back.
Yeah.
All right, Walter, have fun with this. Anyway,
What do you think about this Zack Snyder
wait.
Justice League?
Before we even get there.
Before we're not
We get
touching
there,
that yet?
no, because no, we can at some point. But I just wanted to, because it's really not that important of a thing, but it happened this week. They announced, because we were talking about HBO Max and going to theaters with the shit that we just watched,
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
What's her name? Black Widow.
Black Widow. Yeah.
This is
Scarlett
not that.
Johansson.
Yeah. It's not that big of a topic, but they just announced that they're gonna try to do a hybrid release.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I guess it's going to Disney and theaters, or Disney.
I think that'd be how it is. Yeah. I mean, Disney owns Marvel, so yeah, that has to be how it is.
But like, I don't know who it was. It's probably on the. I don't know. Somebody was pissed, or people are pissed. People are annoyed at that.
Scorsese's pissed.
Scorsese's pissed about everything.
Yeah.
We could talk about Scorsese in a little bit if you want.
I could talk about Scorsese all day because I love him as a filmmaker, but every time he talks, I can't stand.
Okay. After this, I'll tell you about something
the dumb shit that you were part of.
Not that I was a part of, that I might be a part of. And we could talk
yeah.
shit about Scorsese, and then anyway.
Let's do it.
So so thoughts on on Black Widow doing hybrid release, Disney Plus and theaters. Also, when is the release date?
I don't know the release date.
Okay, can we find out the release date of the Black Widow movie, and then we can kind of figure out what we feel about this. What Black? Damn. Is there any other kind of basketball? Because I'm not going to say it. Because May 7th. Okay, May 7th, Black Widow releases, and people are pissed because they're talking about releasing it on Disney Plus and theaters.
I just think that as long as we're in the midst of a pandemic, that might be the smart way to release movies. I get that, like, people, but some places are like Regal and Cinemark and shit aren't happy about it, but it's also like there's whole states that aren't letting people into theaters.
But
talking to the microphone, please.
I'm so sorry. But I would say obviously the COVID is an issue, but what?
Oh, here we go.
What? I sound like shit?
No, you're about to say something controversial.
Oh, no, I wasn't. I swear to God, I wasn't. No, I'm saying
steers clear of controversy.
The shit is fake. It's all fake. We're all going to be, chips are going to be put into us by, what's his name? Bill Gates?
Yeah, Bill
He wants
Gates
to put
for some reason.
chips in us.
He has computers and shit that is attached to everything.
5G.
Yeah.
There's chips in me right now.
5G's going to radiate our brains. They want us poor. They want to sink.
They're coming for us. This is no longer about the podcast. I need this to be clipped and put online for the world to see. George Soros is
this is going to get clipped, and this is somehow going to be the preview that everyone hears, and you're never getting a job again.
Say it again. George Soros.
Soros. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything.
George
George
Soros drove a bus full of Antifa to my hometown.
Did you see all the signs that? Okay. Anyway, this is not that kind of.
Yeah.
They did. Well, I mean, there was a van with like. Whatever. Fuck. Whatever. Anyway.
Don't start.
It's not a bus. It's a van. We only fit 6 people in it.
They were COVID safe in the van. Anyway, what I'm saying. All right. So in the summer, the numbers are going to go down, COVID wise. I'm not. All right. Before I even, numbers are going to go down. It's going to be nice out. Right now we got indoor dining, 25%.
Yeah, but should we have
indoor dining? I mean, that's a whole other argument. It's 1% of the. According to whoever, I don't know who the fuck.
But Andrew Cuomo apparently is a liar now. So.
That's a good point. Okay, so
he's been a liar for a while, but now.
But Andrew Cuomo wasn't, because even despite the 1%, he was the one that had the shit shut down.
Yeah,
that wasn't his defense to open it.
I know, but I just don't. Think
I see what you're saying.
I don't think Andrew Cuomo gives a shit specifically because we were like the epicenter at the beginning, and a ton of people died because he did absolutely fuck all.
Okay,
so I don't really trust his ideas of what to do with it.
Okay, all right. Forget about
to be fair, props to us though.
Yeah, we lived.
Yeah, we're not the epicenter.
Yeah,
we're not. Aren't we like?
No, LA is bad.
LA's bad.
But we got to be like top 5. Well, like this is what I was saying before. Florida though, what are they?
Florida,
is-
yeah, but Florida's behavior is just ridiculous.
No, I know, but I don't understand. I guess we probably have to do some more research on it before we talk about it.
I guess, yeah.
But Florida's number 27 on the list, and I don't understand how. Like, it's kind of hard to
On
argue
what
with people.
list, by the way?
Like, I guess we need to figure that out
Well,
too.
because it's Trump logic. If you don't go get tested, they're not going to know that you're a positive case.
Well, no.
So
but,
all
well,
these
that's
people walking around in Florida asymptomatic aren't.
I guess if it's 27th in deaths, then that's different because Trump logic wouldn't matter. Florida, I don't know how you would figure that out, but
Well, that's also a problem because they've been accused of lying about shit for
Right.
the entirety of the time.
you did
Yeah.
say that. That's true.
They have 1.85 million cases.
Right. How many deaths? 29,000 deaths. I know this doesn't matter. We're just talking.
Yeah.
29,000 deaths.
We have significantly more cases than us. You said 1.8.
Yeah, 1.85.
New York is at 1.57.
And I mean,
I think we might have more deaths, but I think also we've been closer to honesty despite the
but also
the nursing home shit.
Florida's location, vitamin D, the sun.
Oh,
Possibly.
we're doing this.
I'm
shooting UV rays into your veins.
No, but I'm saying, I mean, summer here, numbers went down.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it's nice and warm and sunny over there. So
Yeah, but everybody's migrating there for vacation because
because shit's wide open.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we're spending a lot of time on COVID for a film podcast.
I'm so sorry. Okay. So anyway, what I was saying was Black Widow. I think if we're
I'd
going,
die for it. Let's just go. Let's just end it.
You die for it?
I'm simply saying, if we can do indoor dining based on a percentage, not even just New York, just anywhere, because theaters are open in Jersey and barely anybody's going though, or like they'll make it so that you're separated a certain amount or whatever. So I feel like that could be done.
I ain't going to the theater.
All right, next topic. Fuck you. What's next on this fucking disaster?
You want to talk about Justice League, the Snyder cut? That
Okay.
we live in a society.
All right, we do live in a society, and it's a shitty one, and it's a stupid one, because everyone who watched this trailer and thought, "Hey, this movie's gonna be amazing," they can all go fuck themselves. They're dumb. Jake, I don't know if you're one of them, so I don't want to look over because I'm scared.
I didn't like the first one.
Okay.
And I had no real because it's a recut. It's not like they filmed a new movie. It's the same
same
footage.
fucking movie.
Yeah.
And then, not to top it all off, they only, according to, I don't know, I was reading something, one of the producers said they only added one scene to the movie.
What?
Yeah.
They only added one scene to, no, I'm sorry. Not that they only, I'm sure there's scenes that weren't used originally that he's added on.
Yeah, but they only filmed an extra.
They only filmed an extra scene for this newer thing, and I'm assuming it's that Joker shit.
So you mean it's Zack Snyder's cash grab as opposed to Justice League?
And it always was. I think that's the
Always,
big thing is
but-
that people who thought like, oh, Zack Snyder, who's made one good movie in his career,
Which was?
300,
I liked Man of Steel. Did he do Man of Steel?
he might have.
It was all right.
Yeah. But like still, we're giving him a lot of credit. He's not like some guy who's like an auteur that we're like, oh yeah, brilliant mind.
Yeah.
We know that everything he does is gold and this is some aberration. It's like, no. He also did every other movie that you don't like.
Exactly. Like who made him? But I think he fell into that because like the internet was like, oh well, the studio, because like, so I mean, do you know what happened, right? Sorry, I don't know if you know.
What happened?
Just
What do you
explain
mean?
what happened.
Just say
Okay,
it,
I'm
yeah.
explaining what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
Okay, well I didn't want to treat her like she's.
We also have a podcast.
Yeah,
audience.
Okay.
exactly.
If you don't know what happened, so Zack Snyder was filming the Justice League. How many years ago did this movie come out? How many
That
years
was
ago?
a while ago now.
3-4 years ago.
I'd say it's probably around 4.
Okay, 3-4
I
years
was in
ago.
a different apartment when it came out for certain.
I was also, I was doing a totally different job
Okay.
when that movie came out.
Now everybody's talking about where they work. What's going on here? What do we do?
I used to live in Bushwick.
That was when I first came back from LA.
I used to live in the Bronx. I worked at Planet Hollywood. They just shot an episode of Impractical Jokers. I didn't sign an NDA, so don't fire me. Anyway,
Nobody cares. Shut the fuck up.
I know.
Go ahead.
I wasn't there. I got fired. Anyway,
Planet Hollywood. What's
the restaurant.
Yeah,
42nd
okay?
Street.
In my head, I
I
think
thought they went out of business. To be
Okay, back
I
to
also
snacks.
thought that you were talking immediately about Hollywood Video, and I was like, how?
Back to Zack Snyder, because this could be
Yeah.
a whole clip, and we're talking
Yeah,
about
go
Planet
for it.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder. Okay, so Zack Snyder, he's filming the Justice League,
Yes.
and three quarters of the way through, his daughter passes away. Daughter?
I don't know the story, so
Sorry. Oh, okay. So everyone's learning. Okay. One of his family members passed away. I'm pretty sure it's his daughter or his niece. Somebody very close to him dies while he's filming.
Yeah.
He has to leave, and Joss Whedon, who this will be a nice little segue after we're done talking about this. Joss Whedon takes over as the director for this movie. Now, Joss Whedon is known for Joss Whedon is known for some of the Avengers movies.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
None of the Avengers movies.
No,
I made that
I think
up.
he's attached to a couple of the Marvel stuffs. Yeah.
Okay, so he takes over, and now Marvel's known for like all this like loosey-goosey funny shit.
Yeah.
And he kind of like makes the movie his own, and he has final say at the end of the thing. So then it comes out, it's trash. Everyone on the internet starts to like find out that he added these scenes, he added these jokes. Joss did all this stuff without Snyder's say. So the internet basically comes up with this whole fucking grand conspiracy against Zack Snyder and how the studio was against him and they wanted things differently done to the movie and yada yada. Fast forward to now, he basically rode on that whole internet wave, and HBO Max and Warner Bros. Gave him the rights to make his own movie based on what he shot.
Okay.
And now they're calling it the Snyder Cut.
So.
But it's literally the same movie,
So for the 2 weeks that he wasn't working on it.
basically.
Yeah, it's the same.
But I guess he also didn't have
Yeah.
final say because he was dealing with other shit.
Yeah, it's just he also directed like Batman vs Superman. So like
Right, like where's the excuse for that,
yeah,
bro?
Yeah.
I don't see how he's just turning it around right here.
I mean, I'm not gonna
just
lie.
like,
He's using this as the save his ass button.
except
he
it's
saw an
probably going to
opportunity.
backfire
That's-
Yeah,
horribly.
of course it is.
That's
but
the
he
thing.
saw an opportunity and he
It's-
took it.
Not only that,
very
it's
much
4
what
hours long.
Holy
happened. Shut
shit.
the fuck
I
up.
think.
There's
think.
no movie
Kiss my
that
ass.
long that's worth watching besides any of the Lord of the Rings extended cuts.
I think I maybe watched those movies once and then.
Oh my god.
Don't
they're-
even get me started on
All
Avatar.
right.
Oh yeah. fuck
Avatar was 4 hours.
Fucking hate
Yeah.
Avatar.
Wait, which one? The blue people?
Yeah.
Absolutely no one dislikes The Last Airbender. They don't
Yeah,
like
that's
the movie's
ridiculous.
trash, but like the series, gorgeous.
But what did he shoot? Like 3 of them back to back or some shit? Avatars?
Oh, I don't know.
Or like
James Cameron's a maniac. I do like what he does most of the time, but he's
Yeah.
also just a maniac.
I mean, the visuals for that movie were pretty fucking
They
insane.
were, yeah, they were great, but
So
like
for him to wait 10 years to make the next two, he made 2 and
I-
3. I can only imagine like what I don't know. Like, what do you need to wait 10 years to
my
like?
only
What could you
beef with
possibly have
Avatar
done?
is that it's ridiculously long for no fucking reason.
And it's
that
also-
movie would be really good if he could take an hour off of it.
It's also the same storyline to Lion King.
Yeah.
The entire
but
thing.
yeah, but like, where we're just gonna be? Are we gonna shit on every hero's journey now? Like,
No, it's literally like no, like the I don't even remember the movie, but I'm pretty sure it was almost exactly the same exact movie. Like the dad dies and like it's like a whole I don't know. I
I don't really remember the movie because I didn't like it. Like I couldn't sit there for 3 hours and watch that movie. The story wasn't interesting enough to keep me there for 3 hours. Is what I mean. Like if it was, I don't know. It's just same thing with Justice League. Like for what'd you say, 4 hours?
bro.
4 hours.
But
Who's gonna
Justice-
sit there and watch fucking the Joker, Jared Leto, first of all, as the Joker for 4 hours?
He's only in it for 30 seconds. That whole scene in the so first of all, that's the only part that gets me hyped in the trailer. When he turns around and Batman, like that whole, like I got hyped there
Did
and
you
I didn't
like
know
him
why.
as the Joker?
I don't even think I fully watched those movies.
Yeah.
With
I
that,
know.
but that's another one. They did the same thing where they were like, "Oh, well, they didn't use all of my scenes in the movie, and that's why I'm trash."
yeah,
Jared, like the whole internet was like, "Oh, well, they didn't use the studio didn't use all of his scenes,"
He's not easy.
and Jared Leto's like, "Yeah, like the whole movie was pretty much with me in it, but the movie that they released, I'm only in like 3 scenes."
Yeah, but
I'm like,
he's
bro,
not a
there's
good,
probably a reason, dude.
Yeah, because he's not a good Joker.
they probably cut you out. dude.
He's not a good Joker. That's why.
You're not there for a reason.
You know what I think? The cut of that movie I want to see is the Topher Grace cut.
Yeah.
I want to see Topher Grace because I guess that's what he does now. Is he just like takes films and just recuts them?
Uh-huh.
Like he recut the Hobbit trilogy into like the whole trilogy into like 1 2-hour movie.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
like his
thing?
hobby, I guess.
Really?
Yeah. So and they're good.
Interesting.
Like,
After Venom, he was like, "Fuck this."
yeah, I guess. I think after Venom,
He's like,
he
"I'm
just
done."
got a lot less calls for work because it was like that 70s show, and then he made one movie.
He
that
made a
would-
comedy after that, I think.
Yeah, it was It was like a party comedy.
Terrible.
Yeah.
No, he
And
was
then-
in all the Spider-Mans.
That's
No,
what we're talking about.
The Venom, but he was also
No,
in
Topher
Spider-Man.
Grace was-
Topher Grace was only Venom. Tobey Maguire was Spider-Man.
No, Topher Grace was
He was Venom.
Go
in
ahead,
the,
Jess.
in
Show
the
him
last
how it's
one.
done.
Yeah, but he was
Go ahead.
also in. I can't get my fucking.
Oh, it's over. It's
No,
over.
it's not
We're
over.
done here.
Topher Grace was also
Podcast over.
in
No, he wasn't.
Spider-Man. He was his friend.
No, he wasn't.
No, you're thinking of James Franco.
I don't think so.
You are Willem Dafoe's son.
It's
in
two
Spider-Man
against one.
is James
Two against
Franco.
one, Jess.
I
You
don't
lost.
care.
It's
I'm
over.
telling you.
Topher Grace played Venom, meaning he played Eddie Brock, meaning he was only
Yeah,
in the
but
third.
he played Venom,
Uh-huh.
but then he was in Spider-Man 3.
That's the one that Venom's in.
I thought they did a whole Venom movie.
Yeah, they did, but
come
that's
on,
a
Jess.
different actor and it's newer.
Oh, never
Yeah.
mind. I told you I don't watch superhero movies.
All right.
But no, that's his thing. So if suddenly WB or I guess HBO, whoever the hell is doing this Snyder cut, if they really wanted to get me enthused about it, they'd hand those reins to Topher Grace.
Have you watched the cuts that he does? I don't understand. Are they like legit, or is he just bored and he just releases it online type shit?
Yeah, I think it's just a hobby of his. Like he
And
made
you
a
watched-
shit ton of money. I watched The Hobbit. Hobbit's good.
His version, or
Yeah, no, the one that Peter Jackson did that they basically forced him to. There's good moments, but it's not good. It's definitely lower quality than the Lord of the Rings that they were hoping to turn it into. But like,
What do you mean they forced him?
he wanted to be the producer, not the director, and then they kept like the executives kept basically forcing him, like
Because
getting
they're
rid
like,
of
"Bro,
the guys.
Your name is on the original.
Yeah,
So-
they wanted him to. What they wanted was they're like, we can turn the Hobbit into a new Lord of the Rings, and eventually, and he was like, I'll produce the Hobbit, but don't want to direct. I want to produce. And the people with like the actual money were like, nope. And so they just kept saying basically no to all his director choices.
They probably paid him a shit. Wait,
Oh yeah, he probably got paid, and that's I think exclusively why for some reason The Hobbit is 3 movies is because he probably was like, if they're gonna force me to do this project I don't want to do like this. Like,
wait,
I
he
don't-
didn't want to do any of the movies
No, he was in a different role than he wanted.
on
He
The
didn't want-
Hobbit. I
yeah,
got you.
on The Hobbit. He didn't want to do that, so you're just like, I'll just make money and push out some shit. I think like. I mean, it's good, but it's a significant drop in quality from Lord of the Rings.
But because of what? Like, what was?
It's just not filmed quite as well. There's a whole lot more CGI as opposed to practical,
Oh.
so it looks different at times. Which there's a fucking dragon, so you have to CGI
Right.
that. But like, there's
But they used practical for what's his name, right? For the little elf?
Hobbit.
No. What's the little guy who was?
Dobby?
I was gonna say that, but no. Yeah, the Dobby looking dude.
The Dobby looking
Was
dude.
that CGI or did they use?
Oh, Gollum.
yeah.
Yeah, he's not an elf. He's one of the river folk.
He's an elf.
No, because Legolas is an elf.
I don't know what the fuck a Legolas is, but I'm not gonna get you started around
the
that shit right now.
Legolas, Galadriel, etc.
He's a free elf.
He's a slave to the ring. I don't need this podcast. Shouldn't be how big of a fucking nerd I am. We should probably.
We could go on.
I'm sitting here making Harry Potter jokes and nobody's getting
Well,
them.
no. I was gonna say
What do you
Dobby. I
think
just
I'm-
I didn't want to get roasted for an hour. Dobby and what's his name?
Gollum.
But
Yeah,
then
see?
I just said,
or
I was
Smeagol. You could have been right in 2 different ways.
but then I was just like, oh, he's a free elf, and nobody got it.
I got
That's-
it. No,
That's like a big Dobby line
I
in
started-
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Like,
I started getting self-conscious about how much I was talking about Lord of the Rings because I was like, this isn't what the podcast is supposed to be.
It's okay. It's fine.
Okay, I'm
It's
sitting
okay,
over
Jake.
here amazed that like
That's right.
Topher
We
Grace's
got-
name is Christopher.
She's still talking about Topher Grace. What did you say before? Topher Grace is not Venom in Spider-Man. He's in
because
Spider-Man
I
3.
thought-
He
Yeah,
is
but I
Spider-Man.
thought you guys were talking about. I didn't watch Venom.
That was funny.
I didn't watch Venom.
Neither did I.
Nobody did.
So no, but that's what I thought.
Why
you
are
were
they
talking
making a
about
sequel?
That, like,
They're making a sequel?
Who told them to do that? And why are they trying to connect it to the new Spider-Man? Who asked you
oh,
for that?
Sucks. I didn't like Spider-Man 3.
What? Wait, there is no.
Which Spider-Man 3?
No,
The one with
Tobey
Venom in it?
Maguire Spider-Mans are like the only Spider-Mans that I actually like,
Uh-huh.
and
So
that's why I
that
cross-wired
Spider-Man 3?
Topher Grace in there. But I don't like Spider-Man 3 with Venom in it.
Nobody likes that movie.
Yeah.
I don't like that movie.
But that's the one that Topher Grace is in.
That's
yeah,
what.
I know,
yeah.
but
That's-
that's why I cross-wired.
That's how this started.
Those are the
Because
only Spider-Mans I like.
'cause that's
and
when
I
his-
knew he was in one of the Spider-Mans I saw.
Yeah. He's in the worst of them.
his career ended after that movie. That's what.
Speaking
That's
of
what we were saying.
careers
before.
ending, how about Gina?
Gina.
We should talk about Gina.
All right, so I'm hearing two different stories. I'm hearing what she said wasn't as bad and was not cancelable, and that's not a word, but
It is for our purposes.
yeah. So I need to know exactly what she said, or what. Well, no, I think what I'm gathering is like it's like a Roseanne situation where it's like the fifth time that she's said something stupid, and it's being treated like she said this one thing and now she's being canceled. It's so fucked up, but really it's like her 10th offense.
I think it's probably closer to that, and a couple things get, I think, lost in the mix. Where she was at pretty much the same week that Pedro Pascal's sister came out as trans.
Uh-huh.
Gina also, you know how sometimes on like Instagram and Twitter people will put their preferred
I
pronoun.
saw she apologized. Sorry,
yeah,
go
but
ahead.
that pretty much immediately after that, meaning like she probably just wasn't on great terms with a lot of people there because she
Uh-huh.
posted some transphobic shit.
This is
and
right after the announcement?
This is pretty much at the same time. Like I don't know if they are actually connected. Like I don't think those
Right.
two. Like she wasn't saying
Oh,
it for that reason.
I feel like that's what I mean. I feel like
But
she's a piece of shit, I guess, but like
But I think
I don't
based
know.
on other and then immediately after the Republicans are being treated like the Jews during like the Nazi regime.
that's what she said.
Basically, like there's more words.
Can we
she
pull
literally-
up
She
what she
quite
said?
literally compared
Yeah.
how Republicans, or not Republicans, conservatives. She
I
didn't
don't
use
see
Republicans.
any of that. I see.
Conservatives being treated as like
I
Well,
see
she
the
posted something
pronoun.
on Instagram.
I see the pronoun thing.
yeah.
That's what I see.
What got her canceled?
I
What
think a
you said?
combination of those two, plus I think quite possibly that maybe the more important people on the set weren't fans of working with her. I haven't heard such, but like
Right. You would imagine. You could imagine
she
like
did compare things to the Holocaust. Taika Waititi is like a big part of that show, who is of Jewish and like I think
The Thor
Maori
guy?
origin. Yeah, he also did Thor, but he did Jojo Rabbit as
Mhm.
well, which is all about how like propaganda affects people basically, and specifically using the Holocaust as that. But he's Jewish and Maori, I believe, and then Pedro Pascal, like the transphobic shit, and him having a trans sibling, like it's unlikely to me that
She's,
this is the first time that this shit happened.
She is a big voter fraud.
Oh yeah, she
person.
also posted. She was that, and
Oh,
she also
God.
was a huge anti-masker
No.
early.
That was another one
Yeah,
that I
like
seen
those
earlier.
things.
Bro, I don't even care about the anti-mask.
Yeah.
I can't.
And then
do
the pronoun thing is the big thing.
It's just the most amongst the most recent.
Yeah.
like, she's
Bro.
had things, and I think it is a collection, a buildup of things.
Dude, the voter fraud thing really like hits home.
Yeah.
My mother, she's gone. She's lost her mind.
Oh, I thought
Your
we were about to
mother?
talk about how your mom died, and I was like, this is a dark turn.
No.
What's
I was
wrong
like,
with your
Eric, I
mother?
didn't know
No,
this.
she's
but-
still alive. She's still alive.
Okay.
Nothing. No. So, I mean, make a long story short, my mother is apparently just discovered the internet, but she doesn't know like what the fuck is real and what's.
not? Yeah.
Yeah.
So she just posts shit all the time, and like we don't argue. I'll normally just like comment on anything that she posts, just to like be like, can you look at what you're posting, please? Because here's the reason for this, and blah blah blah. But like she's super into like the voter fraud thing, and like still going.
I mean,
Yeah. That's why QAnon is a big thing, because
She
people who
didn't-
don't understand the internet.
She doesn't
are
realize
like,
that
"Oh my
she's a
God."
part of QAnon.
yeah, basically.
You know what's crazy? Like, because we're younger. Whatever. I don't care. I know it's a film podcast, but like whatever.
We're
talking.
young.
It's who cares?
We're young, so like guys, we are.
Guys, we are of the youth.
I don't know if you
Hello,
guys-
fellow youths.
We're all. So like we are all aware of the QAnon shit, and we think that everyone is aware of it. Like we think that like Republicans are aware of it and shit like that. But then you realize, like,
And you realize they're in fucking Congress.
Yeah,
no.
there's, like, a
well,
couple
yeah,
people-
there's that. But you also, but I'm saying like my family members who are Trump supporters, I just assume that they were aware of who QAnon was.
They're not.
But then you have a conversation with them, and I'm like, yeah, that's like a crazy QAnon conspiracy. They kind of gloss over it because they think maybe it's like a typo that I made. They don't know what QAnon is. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm not talking about it.
I'll figure a way to edit that to make it sound better.
Oh, I was
but-
really just out of it.
Yeah, but it picked up.
Anyway.
It's just not
Okay.
great.
Okay, long story short, nobody really, like, up until recently, nobody really knew what QAnon was because it just wasn't in, like, their mainstream.
I mean, it blew up when everyone was at home on their computers all the time.
It blew
Yeah.
blew up when that lady was fucking roasting the shit out of Trump,
yeah,
asking him questions about it. And then everyone who was like, I never heard of QAnon, and I believed them. Sorry. Well, no, this is kind of this is related.
vaguely because they're like those crowds are similar. Like,
Yeah,
a
but
lot
it's-
of there's not a whole lot of like fucking socialists who are QAnon supporters.
But she's not old.
No,
So like
but I have extended family that are roughly the same age, and I think it really is just some people, and you don't expect it because you expect like younger people
yeah.
to be more technologically literate and stuff like that. But like, I have had roommates that barely know how to use computers that are about the same age as me. I have extended family that like while they're on the internet, I don't think they have any real like fact checking things in their brain
Mhm.
while they're like going on it. It's not that I think everyone's aware that you can't believe everything you see,
Right.
but when something sounds like it
When
connects
it's-
to you,
yeah.
you end up defending it even if it's nonsensical. Like I think the big thing is that whole save the children thing. It's hard to really argue against the idea of saving children from human trafficking. But at the same time, when all the resources from it are going towards people who are doing nothing to help those children, you're being counterproductive.
Or the
Like-
fact that like Donald Trump is the savior to do that.
Yeah, that's the
Like,
weirdest
that
part.
makes no sense.
But it's also
or the fact that it's run out of a fucking pizzeria in Washington D.C.
Yo,
Like,
I'm not
that
gonna
doesn't
lie.
You guys,
make
John
any
Kennedy,
sense.
John Kennedy Jr. is Q, and he's going to
coming
reveal
back.
that he,
Oh,
he
exactly.
didn't
yeah.
die.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Okay,
I don't
all right,
understand.
I know we're fucking around, swear to God, but like this is back when like Bernie had a chance of winning.
Yeah, the
I
good old days.
honestly believed in the Pizzagate shit.
I did too. I saw a YouTube documentary on it, and I was like, "Whoa!"
No, it wasn't that. No, because I believed all like the WikiLeaks shit, because that was what's his name.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what the documentary was about too. It was like it was before the QAnon stuff. It
Because-
was like before the 2016 election.
Right, but most of the WikiLeaks shit I thought was real.
Well,
That's why he was in trouble. That's why.
the thing is that people, I think a lot of stuff. Like, did you actually go through
the papers? No, I kind of
exactly? Because I think if you go on WikiLeaks, you can actually search for specific words, and if you search for the word pizza, almost nothing comes up. So I think what people count on
was
who
the
are, like,
emails though. I thought WikiLeaks released the emails, and the emails had the pizza shit.
Yeah,
and, like
but
those
what Jake
things-
is saying
what
is
I'm
that if
saying
you
is a
search
lot of
them-
people, like, they're there, and you can search for specific words and their occurrences in the entirety of the website, basically, or like the host site. And so I think what a lot of like these the conspirators, the people that are like higher up and just fabricating, are counting on is basically being able to Photoshop things because they know people aren't actually going to go. Most people who are going to buy it aren't going to all then be like, well, let me double check with
Yeah.
this website because it could take a while to find things. But there's it is all basically fabrication. The things that you see that are like the Pizzagate related things don't occur in the emails themselves.
So there's no emails about like this type of pizza and this type of shit.
I can't say that there aren't specifically because I haven't read literally every.
But if
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
sorry.
correctly, too, it wasn't just pizza. Like it was different.
It was
Yeah.
like different. No, it was like
words
toppings and
Yeah, there's
pepperoni
different
and-
stuff, but it just doesn't occur at the rate in which that.
I think what happened was it blew up like that Wayfair thing.
Yeah.
You know, like Wayfair when they were like saying that they were selling
Yeah.
children on Wayfair.
There's just some shit that like you're like, not that I want to believe, but like kind of just seems legit.
And Wayfair seemed legit to me. And now when I look
I
back on
mean-
it, I'm like, okay, it really didn't. But in
Yeah.
the moment, it did. And I think that's what Pizzagate is. It's like in the moment, it felt like, oh, this could really be real. Like that documentary blew my fucking mind, sucked me right in. But then, like thinking about it logically, I'm like, no.
And also, like the Wayfair thing, like if you think about it, like why would you use like just a publicly accessible website?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like-
But that's the same thing with Pizzagate.
like,
Like,
bro.
why would you use a public
Yeah.
pizzeria?
Yeah,
It-
exactly.
it- yeah,
Like,
it doesn't-
It doesn't matter. It's
Well,
it
I didn't
adds
know
up
there
if
was a
it's like a
specific-
movie where you're
Yeah.
trying to follow the clues and all that
Exactly,
stuff. It doesn't
exactly.
add up for like a real life conspiracy.
Exactly.
Well, I think a lot of it got both sides because half of us wanted Bernie, and we're like, well, if this is true, then Hillary's out because she's a fucking psycho who likes little kids. So this is our chance.
You see, I wanted Bernie, and I never thought for a moment that any of that shit was real.
Shut up!
Mostly because, like, I also didn't think that even if it somehow was proven to be real, that it would be disqualifying.
Oh.
Well, to
Not
be
because,
fair,
like, personally,
Think
I'd
they would
find-
keep her in?
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
think they would just
Bill's still
continue.
around, so
I was
like,
just gonna
yeah.
say, to be fair, like Bill Clinton clearly went to Epstein's Island. Don't tell me he didn't.
yeah, I don't
No,
really-
but that's
I don't
that's
understand
what I'm getting
that.
at. There's
How
a
is
ton of
he-
things that are like actually provable
Yeah.
that are just as bad, but we don't really talk about them.
Uh-huh.
We're just like, no, it has to be the pizza thing.
Yeah.
I don't
It really
understand the
has to
Bill
be-
Clinton thing though. Like everyone knows what he did, or I mean, I guess not.
Oh yeah, we all know that he's a terrible person, but like he played
then again-
saxophone on Arsenio, man.
did he?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. This is how I know I'm just a little bit older than you.
Are you?
Didn't like Roseanne sing the national anthem too? Or
That
like
was.
Rosie
Oh yeah, and
O'Donnell?
everyone
That's
hated it.
completely
No,
off topic.
it's
but-
okay. All right, so
We're not.
all
We
right.
haven't been on topic for like.
No. Fuck that. No, we were on topic. We're talking about Gina Carino, whatever the
It
fuck
was
her
a
name
good,
is.
a good.
All right. So anyway, to wrap up the Gina, what's her name?
I think it's
Karina.
yeah.
Karina.
Okay. Do we
She could kick my ass, by the way.
for sure?
Oh yeah, isn't she like an ex UFC?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would not challenge her to a fight by any means. No, that's not what this is about.
I mean,
she'd
she's
wreck me.
for a 38-year-old woman. She's very attractive for me. To me, in my opinion.
I feel like that's a bad qualifier, and we should rethink the idea that a 38-year-old
Oh, no,
would
I
be
just-
unattractive
okay, I'm
in
sorry.
a general.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
It's like,
I'm sorry.
this adult, this just like regular.
Anybody
middle-aged
over
adult.
35, you're fucking ugly. Don't even
Yeah.
watch this show. Turn it off.
These
Oh,
these
that's
old
cute.
millennials out here.
No. All right. So, all right. Before we don't need to keep going about it, but oh wait, no, we do though, because what happened afterwards? She announced that she's doing a movie with Ben Shapiro's film company or studio or some shit like that. But I,
I
don't
can't
really.
imagine that they're actually doing a film. I
They
think
were
that's
just-
all press.
Well, I don't think Ben Shapiro is going to be directing the movie. I think
Ben
he's just
Shapiro
got,
has a
like-
film company.
Yes.
Yeah, apparently.
So
But
did-
also, I just
I'm
don't
gonna
think
assume that he produced that documentary I saw. on
Maybe.
Pizzagate.
If you Google it really quickly, you can find. Just type in Ben Shapiro and whatever her name is.
Ben Shapiro, Gina. But also, like, I do think if they make a movie, it's going to be like a straight to DVD.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like a world because I mean but that's a okay.
I
So
just don't think it. I think it exists for the press of being like, if Hollywood's going to cancel our people, we're just going to make our own stuff. And they
Oh my god,
realize
that's
like,
literally what this headline says. It says Gina hits back. They can't cancel us if we don't let them. It literally says that.
perfect.
now, okay, but now this is a okay. So now let's say they do make a movie, right?
Mhm.
And she's a pretty well-known name. She's not a box office name, so maybe this is you can kind of like grasp at straws there. But let's say she gets a big name next to her, like let's say she gets like who's the sorry
Diamond Hansu.
huh Diamond Hansu.
She's not gonna though.
Yeah.
Huh?
No.
She's not gonna get a big name.
No,
next to her.
but there are some big names. The dude from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Johnny Depp.
No,
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
villain.
say.
The villain in the first one. He's like a Republican. So I mean, I guess he's also not really a big name.
Yeah,
so
but here's the
terrible.
thing.
Yeah, but
if
also
you're a
just because-
Republican, if you're a Republican and you're working, you're not gonna push it.
No, I understand that. But what I'm saying is it wrong? Like, should she? Because let's say she makes a movie. It's a huge movie, whatever. I'm assuming that theaters are not going to allow it. Now, would we? I'm just assuming. Do we find that to be fucked up?
I don't
Like,
think.
don't you think she should have the right to not her.
I don't think that it would be theaters wouldn't allow it. I think it would be that they, in the similar vein that like you don't see like
you don't want to
indies.
associate it.
Well, but I don't. There's a lot of like war propaganda movies that they throw out there and shit. If it's making money, they're going to do it. Like Regal wants the money at the end of the day.
My thing
So like
is,
I don't think they'll be like against it. I
Well-
think they would do it if it looked promising enough.
And-
or they
But
got
that's
enough
but
money
I'm
for
saying
it.
like for example, when they did Tribeca a few years ago, they had the anti-vaxxer documentary that was in, and then Robert was like, "Nah, fuck that." But like, is something like that okay? Could they, if they did that with her, which they probably would? Is that fair? Because I don't know if that's
realistically, I think that there's a responsibility that you have where so you have the power to ban books and movies, not us, but the government and everybody has the power to ban books and movies. Do I agree with it? Kind of, because
ban books.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
they
I
just
agree with
it
it.
typically makes them more popular. At the
Yeah,
end of the day.
but I do agree with it in the sense of there's a lot of crazy people in the world who don't, like we were saying before, don't fact check, don't know what's real and what's not real, and I think there's a sense of responsibility that you have to not let these people like have the information that's not necessarily true. So I think depending on the subject of it.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
Right,
I was gonna
okay,
say the
right,
anti-vax movie is a bad example because it's presenting itself as a documentary and it's
And it's-
factually incorrect.
Okay, yeah, you're
But
right.
like,
No, you're right.
so
I
that's-
guess I was
yeah.
trying to, but I guess the example was like, is okay. It's similar to the Trump, I guess, but that's a bad example. Sorry, my mind is all over the place. The Trump being taken. We don't have to talk politics, but like
we've been for a while.
Yeah,
now.
it's fine.
I
It's
mean-
turned into a politics podcast.
Yeah.
it's related. Whatever.
Immediately.
It's
I
related.
mean, it's 2021. Wait,
It's
is it
related. It's
2021?
related. We're not talking crazy. We're still talking about Gina, this poor
Yeah.
lady.
We hadn't even gotten to the dead kittens yet.
Fuck. I actually am. That could be. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, I think we need to from here we transition to
Well, Joel.
yeah, obviously.
No,
but
you're the man. I
yeah.
saw what you were doing. Okay. Anyway, all right. To wrap this up, I don't know. Fuck this lady. That's.
I mean,
is that the question?
essentially,
Yeah.
I think
Is
that's where I go with
Is she
it.
done? Is she uncancelable? Can she apologize and be like? Did she fucking kill anybody? Did she?
No, I don't think
Did
it
she
really.
say fuck the Jews.
I don't
With the
think
whole-
anybody's uncancelable. I think cancel culture is just like a way to give people on the internet a little sense of like
All right, but
power.
yeah,
I
I mean,
don't
you
think
look at-
anybody's really canceled once
You
they're
don't-
canceled.
you
You
don't
look
think
at,
you don't
like,
think Trump is canceled
Trump?
forever?
No. That's
No,
that
but-
he's
okay.
probably the least out of anybody. He
No,
still has
okay.
all his little
Yeah.
followers.
Okay, I
like,
guess no. What I meant was, is there a way for forgiveness from people on, like, I guess our side of the aisle, or
Yeah,
or the
and
side, like, you know what I mean?
I think really it's so going off of vaguely what you were I think starting to say is a lot of cancel culture in general is kind of non-existent.
yeah.
So because it is just a small segment of people on the internet for the most part until it gets egregious. Like that's really where it comes because you look at her one of the other side characters played by Bill Burr. Bill Burr says wild shit, but and he
in
doesn't.
Mandalorian. Oh,
in-
you mean just in general?
In
just
general.
general life, Bill
Right.
Burr, and it's not. But he gets not like in trouble, but it does stir up a little controversy,
Yeah.
like a little bit. But also, we know that it's jokes and shit with him because he's a comedian, and
Right.
so like
I
there's a
think
small subset of people who are like you can't say that, you can't say that, and it's like no, you can as long as the understanding's
Right.
there. So really, I think
As long as it's funny.
yeah,
But
basically.
that's another.
That's really when it comes down to like humor about race and stuff. I think a lot of it is how good are you at telling the joke? Is
Right.
the joke funny?
But if you're
Because
not telling
people,
a joke, like she wasn't doing,
yeah,
Yeah.
then it
that's-
becomes
it becomes your opinion on the matter. Like when someone says something during a comedy set, it's during a comedy set.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
not like
And
none of
they're-
it's supposed to
they're
be taken.
normally the butt of the joke.
Yeah,
you know,
it's not
or,
supposed
you
to be
know.
taken as like this is my honest heart. It's a set. It's an act.
Right.
They've spent
Yeah.
time crafting it to try and get it to be funny. Whether or not it's funny is a different argument.
But
But,
but also I mean, I know we're not talking comedy. I know we're all over the place. But if you have like a Republican comedian and they're making those jokes, then it becomes different. Like Bill Burr, we're aware, like he's got a black wife. He's pretty liberal as.
I think he's all over the map. I think he's unassigned politically.
I
Like,
think he
has.
I think he was, but I think as he gets older, like he's becoming more.
Maybe.
Whatever the case is.
Yeah.
But I see. I think in the context of like who's saying these things, like Trump saying "kung flu," like that's racist. But if Bill Burr said it during a set, that might be hilarious to all of us.
No, there's a difference. If Bill Burr said it in a set, there would be a punchline.
Yeah.
It's not a punchline when Trump just says, "Oh, the Kung Flu virus." Like
Yeah.
that's not.
I get
that's
it.
not funny.
I don't even know. Like, what are we?
Well, I guess all I was saying is that the way to like I was putting up a contrast with him and Gina because he still has a fucking job and it's likely to get bigger. I would actually bet that they make his character
Mel Gibson too.
Yeah.
Like he's a dick and he still works.
Yeah.
First
So-
of all,
That
don't
Santa
disrespect
movie.
Mel Gibson like this. Mel Gibson, I love Mel Gibson.
That Santa movie looked
Lethal Weapon is-
legitimately.
What is it?
Like
I was so mad because I really wanted to see it, but I don't support Mel
Yeah,
Gibson. Like,
what is
I
it?
really just don't.
It's a
What's the
really
movie?
gritty reboot of the idea of Santa Claus,
and it's like the mob's
it
chasing
stars
after Santa and
it stars
yeah.
him.
And Mel Gibson directed.
No, yeah,
He's in it.
he's Santa.
I believe. Yeah.
And this will be next episode, even though it's been out for a minute. But like,
Yeah.
still, it is. I haven't seen it, but it looked like a great
It really did.
movie. And it's like he's a terrible person,
Mm-hmm.
so it's conflicting there. But like,
Yeah.
you do just as reform is basically the whole
But
thing.
yeah, I think Mel
Like I think
Gibson
there's
just
always
gets away with it 'cause-
opportunities to reform and come back, but that and earnestness. Like I think an example is not as many people
know about what he's done.
Well, no,
I
I was gonna say not as
honestly-
many people have the same level of issue with like Aziz Ansari versus like Louis C.K. And that could also be like the severity of things. We can talk about that, but
Right.
like he actually seemingly like the next big thing he did opens that Netflix special. It opens with like an apology and explanation and all that shit. And Louis C.K. has kind of just been like. One time he's like, I'll step back, and he's like, no, I'm gonna start doing comedy bashing everyone again. Like,
yeah, I
it's
saw.
like, are you really looking for penance, or you're actually just
Yeah.
looking to try and get money?
And
like,
the set that I did here, he only made one joke, and it was in like the middle of it.
yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
But
All right.
anyway, let's talk about Joel.
Joel. All right, so our boy Joel from Mandalorian in the same show. Not in the same show anymore because she's fired. She's
Well, our boy Joel, our boy Pedro is playing Joel.
fuck. We skipped over Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon's an asshole.
yeah.
Next,
We can get to to him
We'll
later.
get to him later. We didn't skip over him.
Joel. I mean, this is a quick one. Joel and
Pedro
I mean,
Pascal's being cast as Joel.
okay, how do we feel about it? Is it? I love his casting.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I loved both of them.
not
thought-
a fan of hers.
You don't like Did you watch Game of Thrones?
I forced myself to watch the first 4 seasons, and
She's not in those.
okay.
She is by far the best part of the last 2 seasons. They aren't great, but her character and her delivery, I have like hard faith in being able to like. When I saw that she was cast, and I was like, "That's
Really,
She doesn't like visually." With this translation, I don't think you need to match 1-to-1. I don't think you need like the most visually appropriate person.
I guess
I think she's in the
yeah.
right age group, and she has, at least from what I've seen, a strong enough acting ability to play the character, and I think that's more important.
than her looking like her.
Yeah, because Pedro doesn't look like a 1-to-1 to Joel. Like there are other actors.
Yeah,
that
there's
look
like
so much
there's
closer,
Like,
but
there's
like
2 other white dudes that they could have gotten that would have been perfect.
But I think Pedro has proven he had like his acting chops, and it's going to be like a bit dark. It's going to be like a gritty kind of thing if they do it right.
it's gonna be so fucking good.
I am
So they're going to need-
confused.
What are you confused about, Jess?
Bella Ramsey is playing
The girl,
in Last of Us.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
she's
gay
playing.
girl.
She's playing Ellie.
the gay girl, yes,
She's like,
but she's not really gay in the first.
Yeah, she's a
oh my
child.
god, no, because that's what I'm saying. Oh, so they're
She's a
going
ch-
from the first one.
She's a child. yeah.
yeah, they're not
Well,
just.
that's where I was confused because I'm sitting here like
They're not
I know
sk- they're
the
not
Last
skipping-
of Us. I know the most recent game.
Yeah,
So I'm sitting here like this girl.
No, no,
is
no, no,
playing
wait a
the
minute.
girl in the
Did you
game.
didn't play the first one?
No, I didn't.
So-
You played the second one?
Whichever one's the most recent one.
Yeah, she.
You
That's
s-
amazing.
You
That-
skipped one of the greatest games of all
Yeah.
time.
Sorry.
And
Sorry,
then
guys.
played the second one.
I did not know that was going to be a controversial
I-
statement.
no, I mean,
Yo, this
I
is
think
a
it's
whole,
kind of
Walter,
amazing.
this is a whole clip in and of itself.
Yeah.
Titled Jessica played Last of Us 2, but not the first one.
But that's why when I was looking at this girl, I'm like, wow, this little girl is playing that girl.
What?
It's so weird.
No. Ellie's a like.
That
She's not a
threw me for a
preteen.
loop.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
she's
'cause
like.
I like the guitar scenes in that
Yeah.
game and all that stuff. I'm sitting here like, how is this girl?
You're blowing my mind right now. You're stressing me out.
But like, I mean,
Literally one of the greatest games of all time.
Let-
no,
like,
I
this-
like the one that I played.
Second one
Yeah.
is good, but
I think obviously the first one is it's like in like the pantheon of games. And the second one I think is one of the best PS4 games that they made.
For sure.
But like I also liked playing other games. I guess that's the big thing. The second one, like I know that this is what they were going for, but I was like done by the end of it. I had like a PTSD.
The game ended
feeling
like 12 times.
where I was like anxious for like I also was an idiot. I thought the game was ending much earlier than I thought it was.
Exactly.
But then I was like, all right, it's only 2 a.m. I'll just keep going. And then I ended up
6
playing
hours
for like
later, dude.
Yeah, but I kept doing that.
That
And so
happened.
at like 8 a.m. when I finally finished it, I was like I was a wreck because I was tired and the emotional labor that I had just subjected myself to was crazy. But that was their whole thing. They wanted to make like a really intense kind of you feel the shit thing.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Do you think it was pandery? I'm not saying yes or no. Do you think not pandery? Yeah. Do you think it was pandery? I guess that's a good question.
I guess that's the thing that gets brought up with it, but
how do you not get pandery? Like she just so happens to be a lesbian. Like what else could you? You know what I mean? Like,
but they do though, because they talk that comes up earlier in the series than just then. Like if you played what's the DLC called for the
right.
first
It's
one?
not like it's out
not
of nowhere.
a new, and also like with this conversation in general with LGBTQ characters,
Yeah.
they're just pandering to an audience. It's like, no, they made a character.
Well,
Right.
that
Like,
was going to be my thing. I was going to be
Yeah.
like, why would that be pandering? I actually
like they didn't like, it's
oh,
not.
sorry, because the reason, I guess. If you
Microphone,
played the
Eric.
first one- sorry. Oh, my bad. What was the question?
Why is it
Why would it
pandering?
be pandering?
Sorry,
to have-
You started with if you
I
played
got
the first
excited.
one.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to get
Yeah, go
excited.
for it. Just keep going.
No. So yeah, if you play the first one, like you're just you're playing as the guy. You're playing as Joel, and you're just fucking kicking ass.
That
And you're
makes-
saving this
okay.
girl. You're protecting this girl the whole time. And then towards the end, you play as
Ellie for a little bit.
You know, and
But
there's-
she's like young. She's like 12.
She's young.
Yeah.
There's no like sign
12
of
or
her
13.
being gay or anything like that. You play the DLC, they basically let you know that she's gay.
Yeah.
But then if you don't play the DLC and you go from the first game to the second game, and like the whole fucking thing is about how she's gay and now she's got a kid, and then and she's dating a bisexual girl who was banging the Asian dude, and then it's like there's I can see. I'm not saying it was pandering, but I can see how somebody who thinks
I just think
people
that
pander would think that about this.
people do pander. Yeah, cough into the microphone.
Where's the Lysol?
People do pander, but I just don't. With things like that, like forever ago, I was like at a bar, and there was like some commercial on, and this is in Ohio, even though I guess this kind of bigotry happens in New York too. But like, I was at a bar, some commercial that had like just featured like a gay couple, like, you know, it's a commercial. It's like 30 seconds long. It's maybe not even. I don't even remember it, but it was like they were a couple, and some guy was just like, I hate how they just throw all these things in there. It's like they totally did that on purpose, and it's like, yeah, they did.
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
casting call. It's part. They wrote the commercial. Like, what
Right.
do you think is the story that they were like? I don't even know how you like look at some of these things, and it's like, oh, they're trying to pander to like the LGBTQ community. It's like, or maybe they just are like, yeah, we could do, like, no,
Maybe
not
they're
everyone
just
is
good for
as
the
like
role.
conniving as
Right.
like people think. I think really they came up with the idea of Ellie's sexuality early, like during the first one, but she's
They had to,
13
because
and
the
it's not.
DLC was already
Yeah.
done.
But it's also like not relevant at that point. She's a child.
Right.
It's not the big part of the story.
Right.
I agree
And so
with
like
you.
the second part of the story is her going into adulthood.
Uh-huh.
And so it makes more sense to include things like that in it. Like,
I definitely agree with you too, because
Yeah.
like I know people who do make video games. Everything is planned.
Yeah.
There's no way that by making the first one they didn't know that she was going to be a gay character. There's no way.
yeah.
Well, especially the DLC was made at the same time as the first one.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
but
Like, so it's things like that. I
Which
just think,
actually I think they should get credit for, to be quite honest. Like,
well,
I
they
think
got a
that's-
lot of shit
yeah.
for it. It was a really big deal.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Because
mean shit.
spoilers-
I mean like they should. That's a good thing to have representation in.
No,
video
I know,
games,
but I'm
you know what I
saying
mean?
the game itself took a. Did they take a hit in sales?
Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
No, I actually, it still went on to be a,
Top selling.
yeah. But I think what did happen is when some more reactionary folks don't like things, they are downvoting them now.
Right.
So what did happen was a ton of downvotes, and yeah,
But I don't
it's
know
not
why
like
though. I didn't understand because okay. So before it came out, there was all the videos of that other girl,
yeah,
and she was very muscular and like.
she looks like a UFC fighter. That's I guess the other thing that I
That
took
was
problem
also
with
hated on.
was like no one has a body type. Like I was like, have you ever watched like any UFC with like a women's card fight? Because they look like. Who was the like Ronda Rousey? That's like she doesn't even look as big as Ronda Rousey. She just looks like someone who has been training in a military for quite a long time.
Ronda Rousey's so hot.
Yeah,
She's huge.
but
though.
like
She's so hot.
but like
not in a
that.
bad,
but
not
Abby
huge in a
in-
bad way. Like
No.
she's fit.
Yeah,
like,
You're
she's-
canceled.
That's
Jess.
like her.
Yeah.
But like Abby's not even fit like that. She's just like she fucking works the fuck out because
Yeah.
she wants to murder people. Like
But prior to the game coming out, I thought that was Ellie. I thought that was Ellie grown up.
Oh.
So when I'm watching it, so Jessica, so basically what happened was before the game got released, like what was it, like a month before,
something like that.
there was something happening in between the game company, right?
Oh yeah, it's this work labor kind of shit.
Yeah. So
Like-
somebody was pissed. People were pissed. So somebody,
People don't get paid enough to make
right,
to do all the
Wow.
grunt
So
work that goes into games.
right. So somebody released
The script.
the videos, the script. They released like the end of the game. I don't know what they released because I never watched it. I didn't want it spoiled.
Yeah, I didn't.
So I don't
go
know if
for
they
it anyway.
released everything. I don't know if they released just her at the house and everyone was like, "Yo, this is fucking stupid."
Yeah.
But anyway, they released, I guess, all the stuff that was. Am I still on? By the way,
Good catch.
I'm not.
We
Great.
still have the audio.
I still have the audio, and we got this wide. Hopefully.
We'll find out later.
Hopefully we have the wide, and we still have the audio. Also,
Wait, why did that go off?
It probably has a set limit, and mine stopped again after it stopped the first time. So I just went into my regular camera and started recording it. There's got to be a set.
I've
timer.
definitely been off for mad long.
It doesn't matter. We have the
Audio only, baby. Just a one wide shot.
Hopefully that's on, right? Hopefully.
It should be.
All right. Whatever.
And
Right.
it was recording, like, so, like, when I went up there and stopped,
Mhm.
it was stopping the frame. So it was
Whatever.
recording for all those.
Growing pains.
Yeah,
What's
we're
the-
gonna figure this
What's
out.
the?
Yeah, we will.
All right.
I think we should. I mean, we're over an hour though. I think.
Are we really?
Yeah, some of the beginning's going to be chopped, but
We should wrap it up.
well, no, I think we start moving towards that. I think we really do need to talk about this Lena Dunham shit.
All right, really quick. We'll wrap up the thing so we can clip it if possible. What were we just talking about? Oh, that's too
And
long of a
also,
story.
'cause
All right.
This happened last time.
What's up?
We'll just cut this out. But this happened last time. I think we need to go like 3-4 topics because we do tend to
Yeah, do this.
veer off. Yeah.
I think it's good to have this list of
Yeah,
choices. Like
just-
I don't
just in
expect
case.
to get through the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. I never do it anyway. Okay. We don't have. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Just to wrap up the fucking.
Last
the
of Us.
Yeah, the Last
Yeah.
of
Oh,
Us
the
thing.
casting. We should.
The casting.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, long story short, the game got a bunch of shit before it came out because it had a bunch of like LGBTQ videos
Mhm.
that, or not videos, but
Script points.
Script points. Yeah,
storylines
gotcha.
shown, and everyone was pissed about it. Yada yada. Fast forward to now. What are we talking about? Joel.
The casting
Good casting.
of these characters.
I enjoy Joel. I don't know about her. I think she'll probably blow me away acting wise. I know it's fucked up because she's young. I just don't know if her.
I think like I said,
she doesn't
her
have-
casting was released before Pedro Pascal's, and I was excited.
Hers was before his.
Yeah, like a day.
Oh.
They were announced like back to back, but I think they announced her before Pedro.
I
It's
did
just-
not know that she was a little girl. Now that I'm seeing her as a little girl and seeing the side by side, I don't see what the problem is.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, it's not a 1-for-1, but neither is Pedro, and I think it's more
Right,
important
but
to
you can
cast
s-
for
it's-
acting
you can
than it is.
Yeah,
to,
agreed.
You can
Agreed.
see why they picked Joel though. I know it's not. He's not like he. I mean,
you keep
he could
calling
pull off-
Pedro Joel.
Oh, whatever. You know who I'm fucking.
Yeah,
talking
but it's
about. Look at that. Yeah, but look at that on the bottom. Let's say. Well, can he grow a beard?
I think he can.
I'm sure if he has a mustache.
Yeah. Also, I think like I said, they're not perfect one for ones, either one of them. But like, I don't think that's how you cast. I don't think that's why you cast.
No, you're right. You're right
and
about
I
that.
think, and here's another
I just
thing.
think her look is very distracting. I'm not saying she's ugly or anything like that. She's got like a very
Eric
unique,
thinks children is ugly.
children,
But-
don't watch this podcast. You're fucking gross. Stop.
But here's the thing.
Turn it off.
There's a hair and makeup department.
Yeah.
So you're seeing her headshots and like where she's on the red carpet and like
No,
at
no.
award shows.
I get it, but what's her name has a weird look too. The chess lady from
The
Netflix.
Chess lady.
The But like they use that to their advantage. Like she's got a very unique look. Like that's not. We don't need. I'm not saying she's.
But look at this right here. Like this picture right here. That really is that jarring to you.
Let's talk about.
Exactly,
Eric-
because it's not.
talk
Eric
about
can't
Lena
deal
Dunham.
with
Let's
can't
talk
deal
about
with the
Lena
idea
Dunham.
that like, oh, her eyes are slightly
Yeah.
smaller or something.
No, it's because it's.
You
it's-
said it. I didn't say anything. Jake's canceled.
I think their eyes are the same colors. One's got brown eyes.
I was very
same
nice in
shape.
what I said.
One's got brown.
You
One's
said-
got blue.
You specified what the fuck I was talking about. All right. No. Okay.
All that means is your
Anyway.
reaction justifies that that's exactly what you were thinking.
Yeah,
I'm just able to read you.
All right. Anyway, all in all, I think it's good casting. I
Yeah.
think the show's gonna be amazing, regardless of how people feel. Fuck them. She's probably an amazing actor. I didn't watch her. Joel. I mean,
We know Pedro Pascal is a great actor.
he's the man.
Plus, people are always gonna have something to say until they see it.
Hopefully, how long do you think they extend it? You think they just do 2 seasons, bang it out, or you think they actually?
Oh, I think
they can draw the shit out.
I think this is probably at least like 4 or 5 seasons. I think
Hyped.
because I think the part of why they cast her is possibly also that by the time they get,
You're fucking right.
If they do,
You're right.
If they do attach like the Last of Us Part 2 stuff, I
Mhm.
think it's going to be because
How old is
they're-
she now, though? Sorry, I know we're still talking
She
about
was
this. but-
younger. She was younger. She was. Let me go back to the regular Google and not images. Oh no, she was 17, and that when I looked at her, I was like,
She's 17.
yeah, she's 17, but
Let's
looking at her,
say
she looks 12.
How
Yeah.
old do you think she'll have to be for them to start like her getting married and shit?
Until no, I mean,
I'm
if it's not
I'm sorry. I meant as
her
far
getting
as
married and shit.
18,
yeah, and like in the game.
18.
Doesn't she get married?
No.
Shouldn't it get married in the game? The second one?
No.
Oh, not
But
married.
I don't
I'm
even
sorry. But
realistically,
I'm
I
saying
don't
she
think
moves
that
on with the girl
matters.
who gets pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
For that stuff, yeah, I think that would be like at earliest they would probably start doing that in like season 3.
Well, I'm sorry.
I
well,
think
that's what I was
season
trying to
1
gauge.
is very
Are
much.
you talking about
yeah.
the age of the actress?
Yeah, I was just.
I
was,
don't think it
I was-
matters.
I was just trying to gauge like how many seasons they could go.
I think
That's
it's
it.
I
I
think it's
wasn't-
anywhere from 4 to 7, depending
thought
on
you
how
meant,
long
like-
they want to
That's
pace
what I'm
it.
saying. Yeah,
the
yeah,
video
yeah.
game is long, so like
So if they want, I'm saying like that second part would start when she's like 23,
yeah, I would. It wouldn't surprise me if
5 seasons in, and then
we
they
don't
start
even
that?
see Ellie until like episode 3. Of
That's
first,
true.
because
They
the
really-
first episode is probably going to be
Ooh.
very just the intro.
And him and the daughter.
Yeah, him and his biological
That'd
daughter.
be such a
like,
sick fucking.
I think that's going to be the whole thing, and then maybe the
starts in
last
fucking
5
hospital.
minutes is
Jess,
like.
you gotta fucking play the
Yeah.
game. God damn it.
I think it's like the last 5 minutes are going to be.
If
like
I'm being
him in the
honest, I
future.
didn't even know the game existed. I was at a friend's house. And he
You
was
played a
playing
game called The
and I
Last
was
of Us.
like-
Oh, okay. No, I was going
No,
to say
he
you
was
played a game
playing-
called
no,
The
he
Last of Us 2 and didn't know there was a first
because
one.
he was playing the game. He was playing the game, and I was like, "Oh my god, what game is this? It looks so fun!" And he told me, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, okay, let me go buy the game." And then I started playing.
How
it.
So
did
you
it was
bought a
like
game
Who's
called
your
The Last
friend?
of Us 2.
I hope he's watching this. What's his name?
None of your business.
Whoever you are. For you not to fucking tell her to buy the first one.
He didn't tell me to buy the second one. I did it on my own.
But how did he not like be like, hey, by the way?
But how did
I know
but this
is
goes
fun,
back to
but
like the better question is how did you buy the second one and not think to buy the
there's
first
a
one?
big ass 2 on the front of the game.
Well, because, I mean,
I feel like we're attacking Jess. I'm sorry.
yeah, I feel attacked. No,
All
but
right, to wrap
honestly,
things up, the casting for this is great. Keep it up, HBO. You're the best. Lena Dunham, you bitch. What are you doing to kittens? What did she do to the kittens?
I think she quit because of the kittens.
No, she didn't.
No.
She's the what? Do some research.
I'm pretty certain that other like people quit on the set because during a scene where there's dissection, they used actual dead kittens.
No, look, unaware of dead cats.
Get the fuck out of here.
She didn't know dead cats were used. I
She
told
also
you.
She didn't
was
know dead
unaware that
cats-
she was racist. Next.
That's like Cannibal Holocaust. Did you ever see that movie? They used real animals in
What
that.
did she do that was racist? Why do people hate her? Why is she still around?
She's very controversial.
We keep
She
talking
says
about
a lot
people
of
are
things that are
uncancelable.
like,
I don't
She
know.
got canceled 12 times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
she's
know
uncancelable.
the racial part of it, but I do remember that when her saying that she wished she had an abortion, which is just a strange statement to make.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Didn't she do something with
She
basketball?
doesn't have a kid. She just wished that she could have had the opportunity to have had an abortion.
That's a weird way to.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a comedic joke. Like I
No.
wish I had gotten pregnant type of thing.
No.
That's not.
The context. I'm not getting into
No.
the context of it,
No.
but like basically in trying to be like,
Oh
super-
no! I think that's where the racial shit came in.
is it coming to that?
Wasn't
Oh
she-
no! Wait, she was racist
she was, like,
because
saying it to
Odell
the-
Beckham Jr. didn't know who she was. That was one thing where
and
she
then
was
what
just
did
like,
she? How did she respond?
well, the situation with that was they were at like some gala, so it was just a bunch of famous people, and Odell
Right, I remember the gala.
Odell was there and didn't, I guess, pay that much attention to her.
Bitch.
And so she tried to equate it into him being like, he didn't think of me sexually, so he didn't care, and like try to like play up this whole like men viewing women as only sex objects thing. But most likely it was like Odell Beckham
Just
probably didn't watch Girls.
Honestly,
Like,
if
I didn't watch Girls, I know most people that I know have only a passing knowledge of what Girls was like, and most of them say it was fine.
I kind of liked Girls.
Yeah.
But
People didn't hate it, but it wasn't like
I don't like Lena Dunham, though.
yeah.
if she walked past me outside, I wouldn't realize.
Yeah,
that Lena Dunham
exactly.
walked past
And
me.
Odell was probably just like, you are probably like what, a producer or
She's
something.
the most
Like,
basic looking white girl. How would you like?
I think
That's
I would know her if she
no
walked past me
disrespect
in
to
the
basic
street.
looking white girls, but
No, I think I would know who she was if she passed me in the street. But just because of the
No.
simple disdain.
That looks like.
Often
I really
mistaken
don't
for a
like
lesbian.
Lena Dunham, and I don't mean it as
you
like
should
a.
clarify that you're talking about yourself.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I just don't like the ignorant things that she says.
Yeah,
so
she
there's
says
like
a lot of them.
there's a
It's hard
level
to
of
latch.
disdain for her.
It's hard to latch on to one
Yeah.
or the other because they seem to be like annual little tirades.
All right.
Yeah,
So what happened?
exactly.
What happened with the kittens? What
So
happened with the
wait,
kittens?
hold on.
So what movie is this?
I need to know why the extras weren't like, okay, bye.
That's what they
I think
did.
that's what the article is
people
actually
left.
about.
People. No,
The
I don't know.
ex-
Was it extras or just people?
No, it was extras. So it says
Yeah, that's what
the
happened.
original
they bounced.
thing right here. It says, got a word from a friend in the industry. HBO has a new show called Generation coming out. It's produced by Lena Dunham, and earlier this week they brought in real dead kittens for background to dissect on set. No warning, people had trauma responses. Like, if I was an extra, I would be like, yeah, bye.
Yeah, but how do you know? I wouldn't notice. Like
Hell
how-
yeah, you would notice if it was a real cat versus if it was something the art department gave you.
I would not.
I don't buy that Lena Dunham's the producer of the show and doesn't know.
She said she wasn't on set. So what that means
She's
is
the
Lena
producer.
Dunham is the executive producer, put money up, and she's not doing anything. She hired people to do her job.
Fair enough.
Like, that's really what it is. If she really wasn't on set and really had no idea, that means she's not hands-on and she hired a bunch of
Twitter
other
user
associates and
continued to
everybody
say
else.
that a camera operator working on the show also tested positive for COVID. I think I remember this. And then they didn't say anything until after the fact, after they shot the whole thing. Sorry.
As a cherry on top of the traumatic experience, at the wrap of day 2, they were informed. that's what the tweet says.
Hey,
They
guys,
were informed a cameraman.
I know
had
you guys are
COVID.
heading out, but just so you know, one of us tested positive for COVID.
Just so you know, you're not heading out. We're going straight to the LaGuardia Hotel.
But the tweet is the tweet is so passive aggressive. It's like,
Too soon
that
for
should
who?
have been
For you.
disclosed. The tweet's like, that should have been disclosed earlier, but they clearly wanted their shots of the kittens.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I probably would have forced everyone to stay too. I'm like, yeah, we got things to do. Like, whatever if you got it, you would have got it.
Me as
We've
a
been
camera
here all day.
person, me as a camera person, I would have been like, no.
But how is the wait? But no, because we get tested.
DP has some sense of power. You can't say they don't.
No,
if I
but-
was the DP and saw dead kittens, I would be like, okay, you either get a new DP or like get these fucking cats out of here.
The
And
only
who wants
DP I
to-
listen to is Deacons.
I love deacons.
What are they gonna do though in the middle? Like, there's no like you're on set. You're the DP for this big ass show,
Mhm.
and obviously I don't know the position of this DP, but I'm assuming it's probably not his.
His
first.
position is the director of photography.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm assuming it's not his first big show, but let's say it is his first big show. Let's say it's your first big show. You're
yeah,
on
you
set.
can put me in the situation.
You're the
Go ahead.
DP, and you got dead fucking cats. But you're on a show where Lena Dunham is producing. You know whatever this is gonna go on HBO. It's gonna be a big deal. Are you gonna open your mouth?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm not opening my
100%.
mouth. I'm not
I've
opening-
been on sets. I've been.
I
Other
have no
people are
shame.
just more confident than you.
I've
What is
been
it?
on
Other
sets where
people
I've
are more
had to open
confident
my
than you.
mouth. Like I've been.
That's true. Yeah.
I've been
That's-
on
that's
sets
what it
with
is.
no COVID safety, and I'd have to be like, can you put your mask on?
Okay, that's different. That's different.
It's not. It's the same thing.
No, I'm not talking about COVID. That I understand. Yeah, of course.
No, but even the cats, it's the same thing. It's like
who are you putting in danger? That's gross. For us, it's gross because we're in America. It's gross. But if it was a fucking pig, you'd have been like, all right, maybe I could just rough this one out.
No, I wouldn't.
What if it was a chicken?
No.
All right, then it's fucking.
So we've ruled out working with Azalea Banks.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Wait, what'd she do?
She's
God damn.
wild.
Oh god,
This is not
we're
film.
not doing it. This
All right.
Witchcraft.
We'll come back to it.
We'll come back
'cause
to it. We did go
I
over
saw
time.
We
that.
have to go
I did
over
see it.
time.
All right, I'm
but
sorry.
also, last but not least,
Go ahead, do
Tim
it.
Burton, Addams Family, yay or nay?
Yes. Is it live action? Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's very little released about it yet, but yeah,
But it's a Wednesday. Did they cast Wednesday or no?
that's why I don't know yet.
I want to say yes because I love Tim Burton.
It's a TV show too.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't want to say yes prematurely.
Fair enough. I was mostly just on the concept of it. Like,
I think it would be cool.
all right,
I think so.
Okay. Cool. All right.
wrap us out, Eric.
All right. This is what we're doing. I'm wrapping this out. Damn. I had it and then I psyched out. Fuck. Do it again. All right. Wrap us out, Eric. All right, guys. Thanks for coming to the Hold for Everything podcast. Come back next time. No, let's do it again. What do we do?
Or is this a bit, or am I actually cutting?
No,
this
no,
shit?
keep it. This is a bit, but it's not a bit. I don't know what I'm saying, but keep it. Okay, guys. Fuck. Go ahead. Are you cutting?
No, I haven't done anything yet.
I just saw your hand on a button. I don't like it.
My hand is not on a button.
All right. What?
Just say bye.
Just say goodbye.
Bye. I love all of you. Thank you for coming to the first episode, but this is really the second episode. But thank you for coming to the first episode. I don't even know if my camera's on, so it's not on again.
No, it's on.
Oh, I've been here, baby. What's up? My name's Eric G. This is Poppy. This is Jake. We're leaving. How long is this outro? Hello?
It's at least 2 minutes.
All right. Well, we should also have a video for YouTube, but other way. Anyway, who's that?
We have to go.
Is that Jack Nicholson?
It is.
Is it really?
I mean, it looks like it.
All right. Thanks, guys. I think this is the first episode of the show. Hopefully it's a little better. We got multiple cameras. We got a lot going on. We're trying to make it work. Please come again. I don't know why it sounds like you just entered my corner store bodega in New York City, but thank you. Come again. This is the Hold for Everything podcast. Good night.